Hey y'all, this is David, the Georgia photographer, and today I'm in Chattanooga again, and I'm down at the Choo Choo again. But today is the skillet curling competition. If you've never seen the Olympics, you know what curling is in the Winter Games. It's where they take the granite round rock and they slide it into the little target. You know, it's kind of like playing croquet but with giant rocks. Well, they do it here, but right out of the city is a little town called South Pittsburgh, and in South Pittsburgh is Lodge Iron. They make cast iron cookware, and they sponsor the skillet curling competition and provide these iron skillets, and they do it down here on the little ice skating rink that they set up every year at the Choo Choo. Well, I've got a lens I'm wanting to kind of review and put it through its paces. So today seemed like the perfect day. I've got the 135 Yashica f2.8 lens that come in that bag of stuff I got from Craig. So I'm just going to shoot with it, and I brought my 50mm Summicron, and that's the only two lenses I brought. I brought nothing wide angle because I didn't expect to be shooting wide angle at all, so I just didn't bother to bring it. So with that, let's get out of here. Okay, like I was saying, I'm going to be shooting with this 135, and it is an f2.8 lens. What I didn't do is clean it. I'm probably going to get a lens cloth out and see if I can't clean it up a little bit, because it does have a little bit of debris on it. It's not bad, it's just a little bit of like dust on the lens. Of course I've done, there it is. Why don't they work? Because I didn't have it lined up. Okay, I have my SL adapter on here so that I've got my Contax Yashica mount to SL. So now I can put it on my SL2. So that's what our plan is. Let's go shoot some manual lens photos of the skillet curling.
They might be able to take it away.
All right, well that's skillet curling. So now that we've done that, yeah, it's kind of cool. It's not what I anticipated. The light is kind of bad right now. The way the shadows cast over the rink, you either blow out everything in the sun or everything in the shade is pretty much black. The disparity is so drastic. So I'm gonna walk down the street and shoot some street photography slash just urban lifestyle, I guess is what I would actually call it. And the camera is actually, the lens performs really well. This lens is better than the 28 that I shot with the other day. This thing is crisp and the rendition looks good. The little built-in lens hood's kind of quaint. It's not like rigid. It don't lock in the outer position. Some of the Nikon ones you can unscrew and you like screw lock them, but this one doesn't. It just spins indefinitely, and it's easy to collapse it. So you have to kind of be mindful if you really want the effect of the little built-in lens hood. But it's nice that it's there. The lens performs really, really well. It's very sharp. I've got it stopped down to f4. I've noticed at f2.8 it's got a little bit of, I guess, coma or whatever, where it has the kind of 1980s glamour photo glow. But the lens stopped down one click, sharpens right up, almost all of that goes away. This thing has beautiful bokeh. It's actually pretty impressive. The focus shows about a half a revolution, with basically 3/4 of that travel being from 15 feet down to about 4 feet. And you get that minimum focus distance, and it gives you an amazing amount of background blur. And I'm like, even at f4, look at this photo. It's incredible how well it works. The dampening on the adjustment is very smooth on the focus. On the aperture ring, the clicks are positive, and there's like not mushy entrance and exit. I hate that about cheaper aperture ring design, is when you go to click it and it just kind of rolls through. You can feel it bump, but it just rolls on by. This one's got good positive aperture clicks. Everything's marked really well. It's actually engraved and then fill painted. So the lens is made shockingly well. I'm quite impressed with this 135, just to tell you the truth. let's head on down to the Reed house. I'm gonna walk down there and see if I can get some crossing the intersection photos. And then we're gonna head back to the truck because it is dadgum cold here. The intersection is wide here, and I thought this would be a good spot to test out the lens across the street and stuff. And I figured there'd be some people because I've seen some people out and about walking around, but there really ain't nobody here. One guy's come through and he came through in the shade. And I want people passing through the sun because I want the high contrast with the wintertime cold, you know. And that's my kind of my theme is capturing the cold, you say. But I want that direct sun because it's sunny today and there's no clouds, so I'm trying to just work with that direct sun and that high contrast lighting based off of it. And like I got a cool light and shadow photo of a mark lift and some safety cones, you know, some interesting stuff like that. But I'm going to stick around here till I see the shuttle come back by, and then I think I'm going to hop on it and ride it back down to the choo-choo so I don't have to walk in the cold since it's free. And I seen it go by and there's a bus stop right there, so I'm gonna wait and see if I can get a couple of people. Maybe somebody will pass through, so we'll see. But the lens performs. It's a winner. If you can get one of these lenses, I'd suggest if you like vintage glass, get this Yashica 135mm f2.8. It's the, let's see, it's an ML series. You know, they have different versions based on them letters, but this one's an ML. It's a Contax bayonet mount. So, well, I'll be honest with you, I was kind of surprised at how the little lens performed. I wasn't really expecting a lot out of it because of just the way it looked, but looks can be deceiving. I was really expecting a lot more artifacts, but it didn't have too many. Now, I was shooting it stop down a lot. Like right now, I'm shooting at f8, and I shoot at f4. When I realized the f2.8's generating artifacts, pretty significant ones, you know, like I said, it was giving you that halo, coma, whatever the term is. When I started seeing that, that's when I realized that I just needed to back it down a little bit and see if the lens can perform within the optimal range, and it does. It performs surprisingly well. So if you're looking for a cheap portrait lens and you're going to shoot with strobes, or you're going to shoot, you know, like good window light or something like that, this is a great lens for something like that. You could do exceptional photos with a lens like this. You don't need eye detect autofocus just so that you can nail the eye perfect every time. I mean, yeah, your hit miss ratio is going to be higher with a manual lens, but you're still going to get hits. If you take more than one photo at a time, I don't know any photographer that does one and done, puts the camera up, then you're going to get good keepers. You know, will a $2,500 lens that has super autofocus coupled with a super autofocus body perform better? Yeah, it will, but not for the price point. That's the catch. The price point of this lens is its savior. If you can deal with a higher ratio of misses, and it's not going to be that much higher, especially if you practice. That's the key, is practice. It's a no-brainer. It's a wonderful little lens. It really is. It shocked me how well it worked. The little lens hood thing, yeah, it's not all that much. I mean, the lens hood performs. You just got to make sure it's deployed every time you're going to use it to get the benefits of it. But yeah, by and large, the lens is a nice little lens. So with that, this is David, the Georgia photographer. And until next time, get your camera out, all right? Go take a picture with it. We'll see you later. Bye-bye.